Alright, guys, Christmas time is fast approaching, and I want to make a couple more gifts. So, here is another piece of the eucalyptus. As you can see, it's got a little bit of a limb attachment right there. One hole through there. This probably goes straight up to here. Fairly solid little piece. I want to take that and do this. I don't know if it will just be a relief cut or all the way through just as yet. I haven't got that far with the design, but I do have a cutout for both sides. I'm thinking the top here is how to attach that to like a necklace or a pendant. And this is going to be a Shirley project. My Shirley is tried and true. EDC for over 2 years. Couldn't ask for more. But unfortunately, she doesn't get a whole lot of screen time, usually because she's inside the waistband on me. So, we got Shirley, drawings, got the piece of eucalyptus. I'm going to glue the paper onto that, both sides, let it dry, and then scratch the design in and go from there. See that? It's just like holding a pencil. And it surely has this wonderfully sharp little tip. It's just going to get the general outline, so it'll be easier to line up. All right, there's one. Let's get the other one. Here we go. All right, that's done there. Hopefully I'm keeping you guys into focus. So it looks like I can do that side first, right there. Line that up. This side will be like this. Okay. All right. just going to put a little bit of glue there because it's all going to be sanded off afterwards anyway. Right. Just centering it the best I can. Right. That side is done. Let's do one more here. Now, as you guys can see, this side here, you can't hardly see the design through it. I'm kind of counting on being able to see that. I might have to redraw that and pin from the outside after this is glued on. But I think that the paper will get a little bit wet from the glue, and that'll actually be easier to see once it's dry. That's the guess. We'll see. Lock this into place. Make sure that is as centered as possible. Yeah. Get the excess. All right. Now just set that somewhere, let it dry, and come back to it. Here's where I'm at so far. This side is pretty much cut away, and I'm working on this. It is an absolute pain in the butt trying to do the curves. I'll put the point in. Hopefully you guys can see this. Let's see, let me get the focus. All right. So put the point in and slowly drag it across the curve where I want it to be. And then from the other direction, just start a little bit of a indentation or a little groove. You kind of go, because this eucalyptus is not a soft wood, you kind of got to go back and forth a few times until you can get that piece away, just like that. Right. And basically, like I lowered the edges here. I'm trying to lower this part here that I'm taking out all the way and get a start where this side looks like this side. And from that point, probably start working in some of the bigger open areas. Here, well, mostly here, here, and there. This I have to be kind of careful of because I don't want to weaken the structure too much yet. But this is where I'm at. And It's just a little bit, really a little bit at a time, to try not to take too much and keep everything in line. So you guys have seen my little sewing kit I made a while back. And one of the things that I carry in here, right off here to the side, is this little drill made out of water buffalo horn. So I'm going to put this back over here. And as you can see on the apex here, here, there, there, and here, uh, I pre-drilled holes that match the other side. So that way there's less of a chance of throwing stress on those particular parts, and it keeps me in line. I want to make sure that this side matches that side. And if you guys can see this, it's got a little bit of a cup to it. So I can put my thumb right here. And like with this, there's only one hole I haven't finished. Put that there. My finger on the other end. It's just a twist. I used hot glue to make this, or to fasten the two pieces together. And I really think I kind of messed up there, because if I put too much pressure on it, it will slip just a little bit. So one of these days I'm going to redo that with epoxy, a good epoxy. Show me the line. There you go. This makes turning the bit way easier. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's hit the other side one more time. Here we go. Perfect. All right, so with that done, now as I'm carving, I'll have dedicated stops to make sure I don't go past what I need to. And keeps everything in line. All right, so it's the next day. It's a very windy, beautiful day here in Costa Rica. And as of right now, I've opened this section up here, here, and here. I'm going to save this middle section to the last. I think the next part I'm going to work on is this, and then maybe this one. But before I do those two, I'm going to go ahead and even this edge out here along there, because I don't want to put any pressure on this whenever these are free. And we're just going to give that a shot. All right. All right. Just a point of interest. While I'm pushing away on cuts like this, uh, because of the inertia, after you cut through, you can't stop the blade even one as light as this. So just something to keep in mind. Anything you don't want cut, keep in a guarded position. So that way, when this goes past that, nothing important gets nicked. Another thing you guys might be noticing, uh, the line is actually right here, but I'm kind of stopping just on this side of the line. And the reason is there's it's better to have this a little bit thicker for right now. I can always thin things up later on, well, especially with sandpaper and things like that. So I'm just going to get close to where I want it to be, but not quite all the way there. All right, cool. Take care of this side over here. Be really careful. Don't put too much pressure on it. All right, cool. All right, so now work on this little bit here. Just a little press and wiggle there. Lift up. Flip the knife blade around. A little bit of a scoop. And I'm just going to keep working this all the way across and then flipping it and going to the other side. And very light. Nothing um, nothing with very much pressure at all. Because this is not the point of having, you want to have something to break. Just just nice and easy until I get all the way through here. And then open this one up and we'll be ready to start with some sandpaper. This sewing kit has come in so handy with the drill and using like the little bone needle here to scrape away some of the dust. This is a little awl that I made and tempered out of a very old chisel. That's been handy too. Get this back in focused. All right, so as you guys, let me bring this up here so you guys can see 1, 2, 3 are all cleared out, and I put another hole right here in the center to try to keep from uh, digging too far into any one of these curves. So that's all the way through. And the next step is going to be freeing these three. Whew. So just a little bit at a time. I have been recording a whole lot of this simply because all you guys will be seeing is me making little moves like here. Let me show you. All you guys will be seeing is little moves like this as I try to open spots up. This was a pain, but got through. All right, next up, kind of demonstrate what I'm doing a little bit better. Um, this one right here is opened up, and I'm going to try to open this up. And I don't want to pry. As you guys can see, prying in that area would be a bad idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in this little vise, fairly secure. And I've got a piece of 120 grit that I folded in half. And see if I can show you guys what I'm doing. I'm sliding it behind the junction. And just back and forth. Okay. All right. It's working its way through. You guys can see right there. A little bit left. And I'm going to try to hit it from the other side. Okay, that's quite a bit of headway. I've got a little bit right here, and I'm just going to continue to work with the sandpaper and the point of the knife right there. So, since I have to be really careful what I'm doing, my thumb's going here, back of the blade on the thumb. I'm holding the material and then just coming up. Nice and easy, just trying to separate those fibers without putting too much pressure on them. That was it. Just got it. Very cool. Let's see here. I'm going to use this. Sorry, guys, if this is out of focus. Okay. I'm going to use this to clear out the little piece. And there's where you guys can see. All right, so right there, that's actually all the way through. You can just barely see the gap. I can hit that with sandpaper now. So this one's free completely. And I just have this little section right here left because I've opened that one up and now this one. Success. Let me get this where you guys can see it. All three are separate. Uh, not going to lie, I was a little nervous when that last one. I felt the wood pop, and I thought, "Oh no!" But it popped exactly where I needed it to. So the next step is probably soak everything. Well, I'll sand off the front and the back paper to get everything flush, get the paper out of the way, and then I'm going to soak all of this in super glue to try to stiffen everything up because, as you can tell, it flexes, which obviously it would. Um, so what I'm going to do before I go to cleaning up all the curves and corners and everything like that, I'm going to remove the paper, soak everything in super glue, and start from there. But that's huge. And all that with just Shirley, sandpaper, and a few little things from my sewing kit. Awesome.
Hi guys. So that last video was about 2 weeks ago. I ended up getting kind of a chest cold, and so I just now got this project finished. Let's take a look. And here it is. Everything is sealed with super glue, buffed out. Even have a little hole there for the uh, string for the necklace. But this project is done, and I'm really, really happy with it. I really like um, how the color of the eucalyptus and that super glue comes out. It's just really nice brown. Um, and as you guys can see, it's a fairly thick piece. So I was very happy that I was able to remove all of those inside parts without anything breaking. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Um, this project was very delicate, but turned out wonderful. And everything was done either using the Shirley, sandpaper, or what I have in my little sewing kit that I take with me camping. Um, the Shirley, because of that thin point, was the only reason I was able to get all the way through this particular project, to get in between those small spaces. The point on this thing is just like a needle, and really did a great job for me. Anyway, guys, stay safe, take care, God bless.